What is going on, everybody? My name is Caleb Infinity, the CEO, founder, and head trader of OD Empire. How are you guys doing today? Before we go ahead and get into this week's analysis for January 12th, how about you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button? And if you don't want to hit the like button yet, please do still. But without further ado, let's just jump right into our analysis. Starting on a monthly time frame, as you guys can see, price action on April of 2003 broke into a significant level of mine. Since breaking into that level, price action has fulfilled that wick, came back to retest, and since then continued to the upside. Since then, price action has found itself topping out around you could say $1.45 all the way up to $1.60. I'm saying $1.45 for the specific reason that price action has retested this level around 3 times. And if you guys want to count, after breaking into this level significantly, we broke in right away, we closed, price action came back to retest and continued to the downside. Since then, it's broken multiple levels. Is broken past about 4 of my levels, and since then price action has come back, retest not only once, not twice, but 3 times. On the 3rd time, price action then found itself coming down to $1.27, breaking that level, which was fulfilled, breaking that level on January of 2012 and fulfilling that wick around June of 2012. Since then, price action has found itself pulling back, retesting as resistance, and continuing to the downside. Now, as current market conditions are, as you guys can see, if we go ahead plot our highs and lows. Price action last high was around, significant high was $1.39, and since then price action has found itself pulling down, breaking a support level of mine around $1.10, fulfilling that level, and since then going to retest the level in which we've broken into, as you guys can see here, as resistance around January of 2018. January of 2018. Since retesting that level as resistance, price action has then gone to break that level without fulfilling that wick. And since breaking that level, price action wicked down and fulfilled October of 2018. But that was just a level, that was just an inside level, which I will be having a course come out further along in the year. But as of right now, this is only this isn't a major level in which I'll be looking at. This is just showing me that we would have a reversal potentially coming in. And price action, as you guys see, wick down, we fulfilled it October of 18. Now, the real low in which I would be looking for to actually be taken out would be the low of August of 2017, which comes in around $1.13. Since breaking that level, it wicked out first, and we fulfilled April of 2019. So now I am on the lookout for reversal opportunities, even though lower time frames could still show bearish momentum. But in terms of the monthly time frame, I'm expecting the monthly time frame to go ahead and start making a reversal, potentially an ABCD pattern, and or a pullback up to around, I want to say, $1.18. But as of right now, as you guys can see, the month of January, we do have this sort of candlestick patterns. I'm not really big on candlestick patterns. I'm more of a zone, area, support and resistance for my entries type of trader. So with that being said, you guys, as you guys can see, price action has come down, broke this level July of 2019, and it fulfilled that level September of 2019. And since then, price action has been finding its way back to the upside, but not truly, because despite price action for the past 3 months showing bullish momentum, that the high of September of 2019 was not taken out. And I wouldn't even be looking for the close above September of 2019 highs to be closed. I'll be looking for that wick of October of 19 to be fulfilled, which has the highs around 111.79. So knowing that, I'm going to go ahead and take a little line and place it as resistance, because I know now once I get to the lower time frame, I'll be looking for an ABCD pattern to complete and close on this here red level, which is our monthly time frame level. So knowing that, as you guys can see, our low in which we have our previous swing low, our swing high, our higher low, and now we will be looking for a higher high in terms of a significant close. As you guys can see, price action has tried to break out not once, not twice, but 3 times. And since trying to break out, price action has pulled back. So with that being said, I can see I'm looking for price action to go ahead and close above that 111 area. So all in all, I am truly bullish on the weekly time frame without the talk of pullbacks. All right, but the first retest that we had, which was December of 19, price action came up, retested that level, and since then has found itself pulling back. And as we drop down to the daily time frame, as you guys can see, price action came up, pulled back, and it's still been trying to break that level. Price action has fulfilled the wick, not only the wick of December, but also the wick of another December level. This one is December 13th highs that I was looking for a wick fill, and December 27th wick fill, in which we got both of them, and price action has since then found itself pulling back and finding support at our significant level, which is this right here is a monthly time frame support level, as I would say. All right, so knowing that now, I'm looking for a ABCD pattern. I'm going to take a Fibonacci, take from swing low to swing high. We got us a 61.8 retracement. Knowing that we got a 61.8 retracement, and I know that I'm looking for an ABCD pattern, but we're just going to back it up to if we were around November 29th of 2019. Knowing that we had a 61.8 pullback, I would either be looking for price action. I would have taken another Fibonacci and then taken it from the swing high down to the swing low, and then I would have been watching and patrolling this 61.8 level for a potential Gartley pattern to pan out. But knowing that we were looking for the ABCD pattern, I will be looking for the 1272 of the pullback of the A to B level to be apprehended. As you guys can see, price action did end up pushing up to that level and wicking above. So knowing that it wicked above, I'm going to be hoping to see a wick fulfillment, and the reason for that is price action has yet to break December 30th lows. Although price action pushed down, it did not break it significantly. It broke below, but it did not break below, close below. It broke below within this here wick for me, which is shown as a support level. So knowing that, I'm now going to be go ahead and take this off, knowing that we had the 1217. Actually, I'm gonna bring that back up and then take a line and just place it right there and have it faded, as this was a resistance level that we were looking for to be apprehended, which we already have. So now I'm going to be looking for a potential wick fill. So with that being said, knowing that we had the 61.8, I'm now going to be looking for the 1217 retreat to have a retracement. As you guys can see, we are near it in terms of the 1272 from the Fibonacci, but this is the Fibonacci extension 1217 that we're now looking at. So now I'm going to take that swing low to swing high to measure the volume of the previous impulsive move, and we're then going to copy that and drag it over. Seeing that we have enough volume to drive above that 1272, I am now going to go ahead and take this level and pan it to the left side and get my zone for where I can see price action starting to drive into and look for potential reversals. All right, so knowing that this is our level for a potential reversal, we're going to go ahead and drop down to the lower time frame and see find a way for us to get into this trade. I don't see why it's not letting me delete. Boom. Yep. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and drop down to the 2-hour time frame. Me personally, I I don't trade the 4-hour time frame anymore. I am now trading the 2-hour. I found the 2-hour to be more of a breakdown of the 4-hour. So if we go ahead and jump on the 240, as you guys can see, just look at this. You guys can see this is just an impulsive move, a nice impulsive move with the ABCD right there. If we were to take it to the 120, you guys can see the 3 drive that we had within here, in which I would have been able to play this pullback of the of the BC of this here Gartley pattern, if you guys can see it. All right, so this would be my entry. We have this. I know what a Gartley pattern looks like. I can eye that out anywhere. As you guys can see, we had the 61.8 pullback, another 61.8, and we had the 786 achieved. So with that being said, our entry point would be at the 786 level, with our stop loss of below 110, which was the previous low. But then again, sometimes I like to look to the left a couple and find the ABCD of a near low and place it below that. So here we'll have it around the 110.53.7 area. So with that being said, I now know that we had the 61.8, so I'll be looking for the A to D. I'm going to take a Fibonacci and take it from the A point down to the D point. And I know that we're either going to get the 38.2 and or the 61.8 pullback. And with that being said, I personally am going to be shooting for the 61.8 pullback. Why? Because one, I already know that I'm looking for price action to do what? Go ahead and make its way up to this 1272 area, as well as up to our daily time frame area zone, in which we could be looking for shorting opportunities to take place. The daily time frame I am bullish on, and if this was even last week, I would still be bullish on the daily time frame. If we were even looking at this from December 31st, I will talk about the pullback, but I will still be saying that Euro US dollar is long. Although for the upcoming week ahead it was having a pullback, I'm still watching the daily time frame as a bullish momentum. On the 2-hour time frame now, it was showing a bearish trade. All right, so we got the ABCD, right? So knowing that we got the ABCD, we now know that price action is done. Knowing that price action is done, and how do I know that? Is because because this Gartley pattern is starting to consolidate. If we go ahead and look at our levels, you guys can see that price action is making lower lows while the MACD is making higher lows. All right, and with that being said, we can either expect a counter trend and or a trend continuation, right? And with that being said, I will be looking for the counter trend leading into the trend reversal around the 61.8 area. So with that being said, my true objective of looking for this would be all the way up here, which will give me a 3 to 5 4 risk to reward. So yeah, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get the MACD out. All right, and now knowing that we have the 786 pullback, and this is a 2-hour time frame trade. So knowing that it's a 2-hour time frame trade, I will be looking for this trade to last me anywhere from a week to 2. All right, this is a trade potential of around 176 pips with a stop loss around 50. So we have a 3 to 5 risk to reward, which is going to be nice. So now knowing that, I'm going to start looking for areas in which I can start seeing some sensitivity, in which price action to start consolidating that. So we have this here resistance line, in which I will be looking for price action to go ahead and break out of. As you guys can see, we have this wick up here. We're going to be looking for that wick fulfillment while looking for price action to go ahead and break this here trend line, this counter trend line, and pulling back before making its way all the way up to around 112, before taking 112.34, before taking out 112.80. So now I'm going to go ahead and throw on a pivot point to see what we have for the week ahead. As you guys see, the pivot point is sitting above price action as of right now. So what I will be hoping to look for is for price action to break above the pivot point, showing me that we will see price action continue to the upside, pull back for the people who are looking for the entry in terms of this trend line break and push to the upside. If you want, you could take it to the body of the candle, and which I will be doing, because this is the first level in which I'll be looking for price action to break out of. As you see, this is what I was talking about with that wick in which I'm looking for it to be fulfilled, and which plays as the ABCD. So even if you want, you could probably go down to the hourly. Will this be an intraday type of trade, probably down to the 15, and just as you guys can see, the pivot point, hop in at this pivot point, which is sitting near a support level, and which also has this here double bottom. As you guys can see, although it's not perfect, it's still a double bottom in my eyes. Understanding that, we are currently at the high of that double bottom, I can then look for price action to come back, pull back before continuing up to that R3 level. And I'm loving where that R3 level is sitting at, because if I potentially take it back up to let's take it to the hourly, I believe it's sitting around that pivot point, if I'm not mistaken. And with that being said, we'll get that 15-minute to push up to their R3 level before pulling back. Go ahead and put that on the hourly. All right, and it's actually sitting above the pivot point, which is way better for me, which gives me more clarity of we could then see price action go ahead, push up above the pivot point, close above, because I will be looking for price action to close above the R3 level on the 15-minute time frame. This trade within itself is a nice 43 pip move, in which I will be looking for my stop loss to be sitting below. 1 second. Moment. Break. Pop. This here low. I will not, and if I'm to take this trade, I will not enter until I start to see a reversal come into play, because price action may be able to go ahead and take this low out. All right, but that is my outlook for the upcoming week ahead on Euro US dollar. Once again, guys, my name is Caleb Infinity, the CEO, head trader, and founder of OD Empire. I hope you guys liked today's video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And with further left to do, make sure you guys check out the IG. I will be coming out with videos every Sunday, weekly updates, and more educational videos also. So hope you guys like today's video, and I will be catching you guys on the flip side later. Deuce days.